Right, hello and welcome back. This is FF17. This is video 4, and we're gonna have a quick look at some of the gold locations. I'm going around this building here. There's actually a gold nugget on the roof. Now, I will show you later on how I got to get on the roof, because I found this was the hardest one. There was a couple of others that were on the roof, and I used the pickup or the tractor and climbed up them and then got on the roof. This one I tried, but I couldn't get up there. So you will see, here you go, there's a map. This shows the location of about 50. I've already collected about 50, so I'm halfway through. I'm not going to show you all of them, but there are a couple of ones that are a little bit more difficult than others, and some of them where you think you're there, but you aren't. So I'll show you how to get to that one. Right, I'm cutting about here because I'm sort of doing the gold and checking the fields. So I was just checking the fields. Right, there's two bridges. Now, the first bridge, I ended up having to go, as you'll see, I went up this side beam. So this is the bridge on the right hand side of the map, and this one I go up on the top here, because the one on the left hand side of the map is actually up on the top here in one of them centre sections. You have to walk along the beam. Took me a while because I was underneath and all along the bridge, couldn't find it. Found that one, then come to this bridge thinking, oh, it's going to be in the same place, and it's not. I'm walking along, it should be about here, it's not. It's actually on the bridge there. You just see it on the outcrop bit there, the little bit there. So I went the hard way on this one, and this one was quite easy to get. So there it is, where the other bridge is actually up on the top girders, right in the middle of them square plates. So that's the difference between the two bridges. So if you find it on the bridge, the other one is up on top of the bridge. And then there's one in this field here. This one's quite an easy one. There's a lot of them like that. They're just in the brush. You've just got to be just keep an eye out for them. If it's night, it's easier. Just putting your flashlight on and they sparkle up. So anyway, as you can see, I've cut down. I've got about 5 left. So I've noticed that my fields now need harvesting. So coming back, gonna start the harvester on field 12, because that was the first one I seeded. So that one needs to be done before I lose the harvest. I'm gonna set, I think I set a helper to do this one, and then I'll go off. I'm just trying to think now what. Just the problem with doing voiceover afterwards, I have made quick notes. I was just trying to find what I'm doing. Oh, here we go. Now I'm going to show you how I got the last one. So I've gone to the machine shop, and you'll see it in a minute. I'm just trying to find the piece of equipment I think I require. There we go. Telehandler. Just looking at the price of them. The problem is I haven't got the money to buy one, but I don't need to buy. What I need to do is actually lease, which is still going to cost me about 13. So in the big scheme of things, I'm going to get 1 million when I get this last one. So I can then go to the bank, which you'll see in a minute. I can't remember what I'm doing here. I think I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I was skipping around, don't know what I was trying to do. So I'm going to go down to the bank, and I'm going to borrow more money on top of the loan I already had. I'm going to borrow more money to be able to lease the telehandler. And if you should skip ahead and realise or know exactly what I'm doing, because I can get the telehandler, which I borrow the money, which I've borrowed the most I can, which has given me enough for the initial hire, because I actually don't get the daily rate because I'm not going to keep it a day. But I've got enough for the initial hire or the initial lease on it. So I click that. The lease I think is 10. So I do that. Yep, that leaves me 8. So now I jump in the telehandler, which is next to one of my tractors. I got a tractor stuck on a lamppost while trying to find some, and it glitched through the front loader part or through the axle and got caught between the axle and the engine and wouldn't come out, and I couldn't get out, and I had to reset it back to the shop. So, and I turned my pickup over on its roof. If it goes on its roof, you're not going to get it back unless you've got a tractor there to actually drive into it and knock it over. So I had to reset that, because that's why I've got 2 vehicles at the machine shop. Not because I bought, because I've had to reset them there because they got stuck and got glitched. So right, we're back to, I think it's the Farm Association building. You should be able to see it on the map there. So we get the telehandler. I haven't hired any buckets or forks or anything like that because I don't need them. All I want is the arm, and as you should have guessed now, as you see what I'm doing, I'm actually putting the arm up to the roof, and then I can get on top of the telehandler, walk up the arm, jump on the roof, get my gold nugget, get my million, take the telehandler back, and all I've paid is 10 grand to get a million, which in the big scheme of things is not a lot. Then I can go to the bank and pay off all the loan. I've had to borrow another 10 on top. I think it was 10. I think it was 10. I borrowed 5 because I had 7. Yeah, I had 7. There we go. Up on the top. I don't know why I go that way because I should look, and I know it's at the other end. But I got myself confused there. So I'm thinking, oh no, where is it? I know it's up here because I've seen it. Because you glitch a little bit underneath where the cutouts are. You climb up. Your head sort of almost pops through the roof, but you can't get up there because you're not there. I have seen somebody come up by coming up on the struts and the lean outs, but there you go. So we find that, jump down and take the telehandler back. So here we go. I'm going to take the telehandler back, track the arm, and it would have been a lot easier if I'd turned the lights on, but I was just too busy thinking, right, all I need to do is get up on the roof, get the gold. So take the telehandler back to the machine shop. Now, not leased anything before, so I have no way of knowing how to terminate the lease. So as you see, I'm going to spend a bit of time now trying to work out, which if you've not leased before, it doesn't tell you how to end the lease, or if it has, or if it does, I've not noticed. There is one up on top of that building, so you could use the telehandler to get up there, but you can, if you get it right, climb up the front of the building, off the front of the tractor. So take it back, park it up, and then go in there, go back to telehandler, trying to No, resets it back there. Don't want to enter it because it just puts me back in the telehandler. I want to end the hire, so I go to machine shop. Go in there, go to the telehandler, lease, go on there. Doesn't show you how to end the lease. So what am I doing? No, don't want to lease it again. That'll give me a second one. So come out of there. And yeah, it's not on there, not on there. Right, come out. So now I'm thinking, is there something on here? No, 1 day at that price. I need to end the hire quick because I don't want to pay more money. So go in here. I'm thinking, right, while I'm here, I will repay the loan. You have to do it at 5,000 segments. So here we go. Pay the loan off. Bang. Owe nothing. Excellent. Another achievement. Self-supporting. That's it. That was a word. Couldn't even think of it. Even though it's written there on the screen, couldn't even read it. So, still trying to work out how to give this telehandler back. Then I think, right, so it's not there. I have to hire it. Let's get in it. And let's go to where you upgrade. So there it is. Let's park it in the bay. I take it it's got to be in the bay. Probably doesn't, but there you go. Go in here, open up, customize or return. There it is. So to return it, you have to, which I didn't, I click back, go in there and click on return. OK, and it's been returned. Excellent. Hire, or the lease now is ended. So now all the gold, got the money, don't really want to just go buying loads of stuff. Now I really need to think about what direction I'm going to go in. Am I going to go for animals? Am I going to buy more fields? Am I going to buy more equipment? I don't need more equipment at the moment because I've got more than enough equipment to deal with the 3 fields I've got. I should have left that last gold actually and just carried on playing the game with minimum, because I know that was up there and I couldn't accidentally walk into it if I wanted to. Had to start the combine going again because I had to come out of the game and come back into it. So get them doing the field. So I've got a fair old way to go now, so I'm messing around getting everything back to the farm. So like I said, I had a tractor and the pickup reset back to the machine shop where one got stuck and one got turned over. The other one I was using on another job and then decided I need the telehandler to get the last one, so I ended up with 3 vehicles up by the machine shop. So going to get them all back to the farm, get myself sorted, get the fields harvested and decide what I'm going to do. I suddenly realised that I don't know whether it's something I'd done, I'd hit a button or whatever, but the combine isn't producing straw. Well, it won't on the first field because that's we didn't do that one. That was soy. Was it soybean? I think it was soybean, or the beans. So on the next field it doesn't. So I can't make hay, or I can't make bales. But then you can't make bales because they haven't got all the bits anyway. So yeah, just picking up the plough now because I've started harvesting that field and I hadn't ploughed it. I've only ploughed field 15. I'm going to plough this one. Then that sort of resets it. This is ready now. I'm good for 3 more harvests before I need to plough again. So I can just cultivate between them. So get this and get this down so it's ready to empty the combine. To stop again. Just get this flowing. You need to get it flowing nicely. So I've got hard hand ploughing, I've got hard hand harvesting. I'm in the new island here. So get the booze set at the right speed. And there we go. Stop again. Booze is set. Up. Just about speed. Come on now. That's our speed of the combine. Well, it was 9. 10. I was just trying to get myself so it was running to the centre of the trailer. Getting nearly full anyway. I think after I've done this load I'll go and take silos because I just want to get this harvested before I run out. So I'm not quick. Field 14 I could lose some because that seeded half and then seeded the other half later, so I need to get field 12 harvested first, which is the biggest. I should have left a bit more of a gap between seeding 12 and 14. Didn't think about that. Just when I was seeded, I thought I'm going to put seed in that one, I'm going to put barley in that one, I'm going to put wheat in that one. So they're all starting to, well, they're all being ready for harvest at the same time. And at this point in time, I haven't got more than one harvester. Harvesters can harvest at 10 miles an hour. Is it 10 miles or 10 kilometres? One of the two. I think it's 10 kilometres. 10 kilometres an hour, and I've got it at 15. I'm not paying attention to the timings of the actual game. I should have, as soon as they become ready to harvest, drop that down to real time, 1 for 1, which would have slowed down the growth process of the fields. Giving away here. I actually do lose a section of field 14 right in the middle. So anyway, while that combine's still going, I don't need to, because it's nearly empty, so it's not going to stop. I've got a chance to get the other tractor back without destroying too much stuff. And I get this one back. I think I start, I don't know if I start seeding on it or whether I park up. I can't remember. I will. No, I'm just checking my notes. I'm just going to get the tractor back and the pickup, get them back to the farm, and then carry on unloading the harvester and check the other fields, and then I see that they are, well, I know field 14 needs harvesting, but field 15 needs harvesting as well by the time I've got these back, because it wasn't that long after I seeded them all. So, but this is it. It's learning when to seed and how long to leave between the fields to seed at this point in time, because I've got the equipment to do the job. I just haven't got the equipment to harvest more than one field at a time. Later on I will, as I get bigger. Now I've got the money, I could just go and buy another harvester. But that's, in the big scheme of things, that's a waste of sort of maybe $300,000 when I've got a harvester that's there. I just need to, I'm right at the beginning, so it's not too much of a problem. If I lose half a harvest, I do. I've got the money there now, it's not a problem. And if I didn't have the money, I would have lost it, because there would have been nothing I could do about it, because I only had a couple of thousand. So I'm trying to play as if I haven't got that 900,000, purely because I don't want to just then go and spank all that money on buying new equipment, just purely because, oh, I want to save that middle section of that field. If I lose it, I lose it. I need to start learning my seeding and my harvesting, so how long it takes. So what I need to do is sort of seed a field, wait till that gets to its first growth, then seed another field. When I get more fields than 3, that's going to get harder. I am going to need to be harvesting more than one field at a time. But when I've got more fields, I'm going to need to buy a second harvester. Or what I need to do is look at doing potatoes or a root vegetable where I'm going to use a different type of harvester, which I'm going to have to buy a harvester for potatoes and stuff like that anyway. So then there's 3 more fields I can have seeded and growing at the same time, because they're going to all be harvested at a different time anyway. So that would take care of probably 6 fields, because there's 3 growing. So you could seed, wait for one growing, seed another one, wait for another growing, seed another one. The first one then is actually coming into its last growth, so when that's due harvest, you can seed another. So you've got a 4 field cycle there, so they're all going to be due harvest when the next growth cycle. And then that first field, when you harvest it, then you can plough it straight away, and then you don't want to seed it until your second field is due harvest, because if you seed it straight away after ploughing, that's near enough going to be due harvest when the 4th field is due harvest, because you've just seeded it. So I've learned that now with losing a section of field 14. So you'll see that I'm sort of chasing time. I still haven't twigged that I've still got it running at 15 times speed, and if I chop that back, I probably would have saved it. I probably wouldn't have lost that second bit of the field. So I could just carry on babbling on, but I'm going to stop talking at this point, because there's a bit more to go. I'm going to leave the game going, so you see me harvesting and doing the bits and pieces, and you'll see me suddenly realise I should have put this down to real time, but I only put it down to 5 times. So I'm still trying to get to grips with this, but I've learnt now. I've done a couple more videos since this one, so I take it back to 5 times, and then I decide, because the fertilizer and stuff like that, and I want to start doing baling, I want to do hay bales and stuff like that. You'll see I go off and I have a bit of fun with the front loaders. I'll come back in and I'll start. I'll do a bit of voiceover and I'll start buying the trailer and the front loaders and stuff like that, and I'll go through what I did then. So until then, I'll leave you to carry on watching me harvesting, and I'll be back in a tick. So until then, enjoy. Right, and here we are at the machine shop. Now you'll seen I've decided to go ahead and buy a trailer, the ones with the turned up ends, which because I'm deciding I'm going to look at going doing round bales, but I can do square as well, and I can load other stuff. I buy a front loader, some forks, and 2 pallets of fertiliser. I've gone up in the case, I've checked, it does take front loaders, but what I didn't realise, as you can tell, there's me trying to fit the front loader and it's not attaching. And I'm getting a bit frustrated now, thinking I paid out for a front loader, it doesn't fit. Now I know it fits on the New Holland as well, but I can't see any mounts on that. So right, I'm not going to bother with that. I need to set the harvester going on field 14 because that's due harvesting. For some reason I sent it up and it stopped, so I don't know. There is a bit of a glitch with these. I think it's because I did it and it left a strip to the side, so it went up and it come back down. So now I've started going on the main bit of field. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at the tractors and I look at a front loader and I'm thinking, no, but I bought the FS60. That doesn't fit, so I'm going to buy the Vulture, which is one of the cow edition, which is one of the special ones you get for pre-ordering on Steam and through Giant. And on the last video I kept saying Game. It's not Game, it is Giant. Very sorry if you noticed that, but the game is made by Giant, so you get this one. I think you get this one. No, you don't. You don't get this one through Giant. You get it through Steam, and Giant you get 2 other ones, which I haven't gotten here yet. I buy them later, but you can see the 2 there, the Challenger in the Snake paint job. So now I've got my cow, and this one takes front loaders. So I'm thinking, excellent, I'll have this purely for front loading. I bought black wheels instead of white. I quite like that, it looks quite funky. And I can't get the front loader to fit the Vulture. So really getting frustrated now. So I've just spent money on a tractor, which I really didn't need to buy. I would have bought it in the end. I definitely would, but I didn't need to buy it. I didn't need a 4th tractor. It's a good tractor. I like it and it's really nice, but I can't. So now I'm thinking, what am I going to do? And I'm trying to I can't. So I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the front loader. So I've bought the FZ40, which is a smaller one. So because I thought, well, it's only for pallets. I'm not doing anything heavy lifting, so it'll be fine for what I need. So just checking. I know it fits. Try again. No, it's not coming up attach. It's not allowing me to attach at all. So it's yeah, keep going. No, it's not working. No, right. So let's move this one out of the way. I'm not happy. Trying to look, can't see any mounts. But thinking this one you can drive backwards. I wonder if you can attach it on the back, which was, I think, is silly. I'm just clutching at straws here. No, it's a front loader, so it won't fit on the back. That's why it's called a front loader. So I think, right, fair enough. I'm not going to mess around anymore. I'm going to put it on the trailer, make sure it does work, which of course it will work. So yeah, so the Vulture on the front of the trailer, not working. So now go to front loader. No. And I check the tractors again. So I go to find the case. There it is. Case 1455. Tractors can also attach a front loader. Now I'm thinking, right, so is that from new and not afterwards? But no, I know you can fit them after. I know you can fit them after you've bought them, but for some reason I don't. So now I'm looking at the smaller front loader and in the larger front loader. Yeah, so they're both good. So yeah, I'm not sure. Really not sure. So I'm really struggling to understand what I'm doing wrong. Problem is, because they don't give you an instruction manual, or you've got to I think you've got to download an instruction manual. So now I'm buying the bigger front loader. So now I've got two front loaders. Configuration, and I'm thinking, right, okay, I've got two now. So go in there, have a look, purchase. So I've got the bigger, I've just bought the small one. So I'm thinking, right, I bought the bigger one because it would cover everything, because I got myself confused. I actually bought the big one first, thinking that would cover everything, do the lot. Where the small one, I'm thinking perhaps it's an older tractor, so it needs to be the small one. So I buy the small one, and I'm going to try and see if it fits on this. But my process didn't work there, because I bought the Vulture and the big one didn't fit on the Vulture, and now it's not fitting on the case. So see, really getting a bit frustrated with this. So this video's getting a bit long now, so I'm gonna carry on bashing it into these front loaders, and it will conclude on the next video, because it takes me, I think I've got to go. I go off and I finish harvesting, because I've got a bit annoyed with this and thinking, right, there's something going on here. So I'm above, I make sure I'm square and everything. So anyway, that's going to be about it for this video, and we'll be back in the next one. We'll conclude this problem, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.